Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling AI entrepreneurship and figuring out how to build a business from the ground up using AI. We'll be looking at Crea tu negocio desde cero con inteligencia artificial, a practical guide that skips the hype and gets right to the point, showing us how to turn AI business dreams into, an actual business.
Yeah, no fluff in this one. It makes it crystal clear that AI isn't just some passing fad. It really is a game changer. It's like a fundamental tool for building truly innovative and competitive businesses.
Okay, so not just a shiny new toy then, like a serious tool for serious business. So what makes AI so powerful for businesses? What are the biggest advantages it brings to the table?
I think it boils down to three main things. Automation, getting all those time-consuming tasks off your plate. Personalization, which is like speaking directly to each individual customer. And then the ability to make decisions based on data, not just intuition or guesswork.
So instead of just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks, you're making informed choices based on real information. That's got to be a huge advantage.
Absolutely. You're letting the data guide you. But before we get too excited about all the amazing things AI can do, we need to take a step back. The book really stresses the importance of figuring out what problem we're trying to solve with AI in the first place. It's not just about building something cool, it's about building something people actually need and will actually use.
Right. It's easy to get carried away with the possibilities, but at the end of the day, it's got to solve a real problem. So where should we start? How do we figure out what problem to tackle with AI?
Well, the book encourages us to look around us. Think about the things that frustrate you in your daily life. What processes seem clunky or inefficient? Are there things that take way too much time or could be done better? Those are the kind of problems AI is perfect for solving.
I love that. Turning everyday annoyances into opportunities. So look around your life, folks. What bugs you? Maybe there's an AI business idea hiding in plain sight. And speaking of opportunities, the book does highlight some specific areas where AI is already making a big impact.
Definitely. Like automation, for example. Think about all those mind-numbing tasks you have to do. AI can take care of those, freeing up your time and energy for more important things. There's also e-commerce personalization, where AI helps you create a truly customized shopping experience for each customer, suggesting products they'll actually love. We're also seeing AI being used to streamline and optimize all sorts of business processes, making everything run more smoothly and efficiently. And of course, there's the whole world of AI-driven content creation and virtual assistants. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
So much to explore. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's pause for a second. Think about your own life, your own experiences, and your own passions. What problem do you see AI solving in the world? What's that spark of an idea that makes you think, hey, maybe I could build a business around this?
So once you've got that idea, the next step is to put it to the test. The book really emphasizes the importance of thorough market research. You need to make sure your idea is viable. Is there a real demand for your solution? Will people actually pay for it?
It's all about making sure there's a market for your brilliance, right? So how do we do that? How do we go about doing this market research?
Well, the book suggests using Google Trends to see if people are actually searching for solutions like yours. You can literally see if there's interest in your idea. They also recommend using ChatGPT or Perplexity AI to dig deeper into specific industries. These AI tools can give you some really valuable insights that can help you refine your concept.
And I love that they suggest using SimilarWeb to get the inside scoop on your competitors. You can see what's working for them, where their traffic is coming from, and what keywords they're targeting. It's like having a sneak peek behind the scenes.
And don't underestimate the power of direct feedback. Surveys and interviews are still essential for understanding your target audience and what they really need. It's about getting that real-world perspective from the people you're trying to reach.
So we've got the idea, we've checked if anyone else is doing it, and we've gotten some feedback from potential customers. What's next?
Now it's time to choose the right business model. The book outlines several different AI-powered models. We'll get into the specifics of each one later, but it's important to choose a model that aligns with your skills, your resources, and your target market.
It's like choosing the right tool for the job, right?
Yeah.
You want something that fits your hand perfectly and allows you to build something amazing. We've covered a lot of ground already, from identifying an AI-powered business idea to validating its potential and choosing the right business model. But how do we actually bring our vision to life?
That's what we'll dive into in the next part of our deep dive. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. We're continuing our deep dive into building an AI business from scratch. Last time, we talked about choosing the right business model, but now let's get our hands dirty and talk about actually building our AI-powered product or service.
Okay, so the book actually offers some really solid advice for getting started, even if you're not like a coding genius. They really emphasize the importance of starting with what they call a minimum viable product, or MVP.
MVP. Sounds a lot fancier than just saying prototype, right? But what's the big deal about this MVP thing anyway? Why is it so important?
Well, it's all about, not wasting time and resources, building something super complex right out of the gate. An MVP is basically a stripped-down version of your product with just the core features. The idea is to get something out there quickly, test your assumptions, get feedback from real users, and then refine it based on what you learn.
Got it. So kind of like dipping your toes in the water before diving headfirst into the deep end. And the book mentions some tools that can make this process even easier, especially for those of us who, well, maybe aren't fluent in code.
Right. They talk about these things called no-code and low-code platforms. These platforms basically let you build software visually using drag-and-drop interfaces and pre-built modules. So you can actually create a functional app or automate workflows without writing a single line of code.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So you don't need to be a coding wizard to bring your AI vision to life. That opens up a lot of possibilities. The book actually mentions some specific platforms, right?
Yeah. Like Bubble for building web applications, Zapier for automating tasks and connecting different apps, and Adalo for creating mobile apps. There are tons of options out there.
So many choices. But what if you do have some coding skills or you want to integrate some more advanced AI features into your product?
That's where AI APIs come into play. These APIs, which stands for Application Programming Interfaces, are basically like pre-built modules of code that let you tap into the power of existing AI models and services. So instead of building everything from scratch, you can leverage the expertise of companies like OpenAI, Hugging Face, and Google AI.
So we can basically borrow the brains of these AI giants and use their superpowers for our own products. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. What kind of things can we do with these APIs?
Well, OpenAI, for example, offers APIs for natural language processing, so you could do things like text generation, translation, and sentiment analysis. They also have APIs for image generation and even code generation. Hugging Face specializes in providing access to a huge library of pre-trained machine learning models. And then Google AI offers APIs for all sorts of things, like computer vision, speech recognition, and machine translation.
The possibilities are mind-blowing. But the book also reminds us that the MVP stage is all about testing and learning. Getting feedback from users is crucial. Like, don't be afraid to put your MVP out there, even if it's not perfect.
Exactly. You want to get it in front of real users as soon as possible. Their feedback will be invaluable in helping you refine your product and make sure it's actually solving the problem you set out to solve. It's like having a team of beta testers guiding you toward success.
Makes sense. So we've built our MVP, we've gotten feedback from users, we're feeling pretty good. But what about the technical side of things? We can't just build a product in a vacuum, right? We need the right infrastructure to support it.
Definitely. The book really stresses the importance of building a scalable and efficient infrastructure that can grow with your business. You don't want your technology to hold you back as you start to scale up.
And this is where things can get a little scary for non-technical folks, right? But the good news is we don't need to become IT experts overnight. The book talks about cloud computing services like AWS, Google Cloud, or Azure.
Right. Cloud computing is a game changer. Basically, instead of investing in a bunch of expensive servers and managing all the technical stuff ourselves, we can just rent the computing power we need from these cloud providers. They handle all the maintenance and security, so we can focus on building our product.
So it's like having a whole IT department at our fingertips without the headaches. Sounds good to me. The book also mentions these things called intelligent databases. What makes a database intelligent anyway?
Well, traditional databases are great for storing and retrieving information. But intelligent databases go a step further. They use machine learning algorithms to actually analyze the data, find patterns, and extract valuable insights.
So it's not just about storing data, it's about making that data work for you. That's where the real power lies. And the book also talks about using robotic process automation, or RPA, and bots to automate a lot of those repetitive tasks, right?
Exactly. RPA is huge. It's basically using software robots to handle those mundane, rule-based tasks that no one really wants to do anyway. It frees up your team to focus on more creative and strategic work. It's a win-win.
Okay, so we've got our MVP, we've got the infrastructure in place, we've got our bots working hard behind the scenes. But now, how do we get the word out? How do we attract customers and actually start building a thriving business?
Well, that's where marketing comes in. And the book dives into the exciting world of AI-powered marketing. We can actually use AI to supercharge our marketing efforts and get our message in front of the right people at the right time.
AI doing our marketing for us sounds like a dream come true. So, what are some of the key things we can do with AI in marketing?
Well, one of the big ones is marketing automation. There are tools like HubSpot or MailChimp that can help you personalize your email campaigns, segment your audience based on their interests and behavior, and automate a lot of the repetitive tasks. It's like having a virtual marketing assistant working tirelessly behind the scenes.
That's amazing. So we can send the right message to the right people without having to spend hours manually crafting emails and tracking responses. Sign me up. What about SEO? How can AI help us with that?
There are platforms like Surfer SEO and MarketMuse that use AI to analyze search trends, optimize your website content for specific keywords, and help you rank higher in search results.
So instead of guessing what keywords people are searching for, we can use AI to get the data and make sure our website is showing up at the top of the results. That's huge for driving traffic to our website. What else?
Well, AI can also revolutionize your customer service. Imagine having AI-powered chatbots on your website, available 24/7 to answer customer questions, provide support, and even guide them through their purchase journey. It's like having a whole team of customer service reps working around the clock, but without the overhead.
That's incredible. And chatbots can also be used for more proactive marketing, right? Like engaging with potential customers on social media and guiding them towards our products or services. It's like having an AI-powered sales force working for us 24/7.
Exactly. And then there's programmatic advertising, which is basically using AI to optimize your ad campaigns on platforms like Google Ads and Facebook Ads. AI can analyze tons of data to figure out who to target with your ads, what message to use, and when to show them the ads to get the best results.
So instead of just throwing money at ads and hoping for the best, we can use AI to make sure our ad dollars are actually working for us. That's smart marketing. But of course, marketing is great, but it all comes down to making money, right? How do we actually turn all these AI-powered efforts into profit?
That's right. We need a solid monetization strategy. And the book actually provides a roadmap for just that. We'll dive into the specifics in the next part of our deep dive, but it's important to remember that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. The best monetization strategy depends on your product, your target market, and your overall business model.
Okay, so stay tuned for part 3 where we'll uncover the secrets to monetizing your AI business.
All right, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into building a business with AI. We've talked about everything from coming up with an idea to building an MVP to marketing our product. But now let's talk about the long game. How do we make sure our AI business not only survives, but actually thrives in the long run?
Well, the book really stresses the importance of thinking big and using data to your advantage. They talk a lot about these things called big data and predictive analytics.
Okay, big data. I feel like I hear that term everywhere, but what does it actually mean for someone building an AI business? How can we use it to make our business better? Basically, big data is just a massive amount of information about your customers, your market, and how your business is doing. By analyzing this data, you can get all sorts of insights that you might not even know were there. And then predictive analytics takes it a step further. It uses AI to forecast future trends based on that data.
So you can actually anticipate what's going to happen in the future and make decisions based on that. That's pretty powerful.
It is. It's like having a glimpse into the future. Imagine using data to predict which products are going to be hot next season, or to identify customers who might be thinking about leaving. You can then adjust your strategy to stay ahead of the game.
That's amazing. It's like having a secret weapon. But growth isn't just about making your existing business better. It's also about expanding, right? Finding new markets, new customers, new opportunities.
Absolutely. The book encourages us to think globally. Can your AI solution be adapted for different regions, different languages, different cultures? AI can actually help you break down those barriers and reach a global audience.
Wow, AI can be your passport to the world. That's pretty cool. But the book goes even further than that. It talks about integrating our AI solutions with other emerging technologies. What does that mean exactly? Like, what kind of technologies are we talking about?
Well, things like blockchain, the Internet of Things, IoT, augmented reality, AR, all that cool futuristic stuff. These technologies are constantly evolving, and by combining them with your AI, you can create some really innovative solutions that could completely disrupt your industry.
It's like taking your AI business to the next level, right? Combining different technologies to create something truly unique and groundbreaking. But with so many possibilities, it can be hard to know where to start. Any advice for our listeners who are just starting their AI journey?
Well, the book leaves us with a great question to think about. It asks, what unique combination of AI capabilities and business models could create a truly disruptive force in your chosen market?
I love that question. It's a real challenge, right? It forces you to think outside the box and imagine something truly innovative. It's not about copying what everyone else is doing. It's about finding your own unique path and making a real impact.
Exactly. So think about what you're passionate about. What problems are you most excited to solve? What kind of change do you want to see in the world? AI is more than just technology. It's a tool that can be used to make a positive difference.
And building an AI business is a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes a willingness to learn and adapt along the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's also incredibly rewarding. There's nothing quite like seeing your AI vision come to life and knowing that you're making a real impact on the world.
Well said. We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of AI entrepreneurship. We've covered a lot of ground, but hopefully we've given you some inspiration and some practical advice to get you started on your own AI journey.
So go out there, dream big, build something amazing, and use AI to make the world a better place.
That's it for this episode. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time for another deep dive into the world of AI.